get the recording. Yes, here you go. Recording started.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Very good evening and welcome to the very new and fresh batch 11. And this is the very day one of this track in the week one we are in. Before we get started, what you see on the screen is about the 3 secrets of Agile, which says that uh, for being the agile expert, you need to have the 3 things with you. That is not only about the skills and tools, but it requires basically more of soft skills, intent, and mindset. Having said so, let me quickly tell you that there are few code of honors required. Um, and I'll quickly just let you know what those code of honor for this batch would be. The first thing is that the you need to have time boxing method. What is time boxing? Time boxing as agile needs that everything should be time bound. Okay, so for that you need to practice to be punctual, to be on time, and to show up in every single meeting. And that is the requirement in every agile ceremony. When we are telling as ceremony indicates meetings. Okay, so when you practice in over here, there are chances you will practice in reality. You will duplicate this habit once you get placed. And may I know for what reason you all are here? So can someone tell me what is the one reason you are here in this training? Krupali, Manish, Pamela,
to get placed.
To get placed. That's I'm glad that you remember and you know that how to hit the bullseye. And yeah, the bullseye is here is to get placed. Everyone is here to get placed, and you need to practice these things. The very first one is being on time. That is time boxing. Second thing is that you need to have another code of honor, that is to practice 4 quadrant of learning. So I'll be not using all those 6 code of honor, but the important one, in fact all 6 are important, but the sixth one, the second one is knowing the 4 quadrants of learning. And do you know what is 4 quadrants of learning? 4 quadrants of learning says that whenever you start any learning, start with the declaration and do this declaration with anchor. And when you declare, then after that, you learn. And when you learn, then you draw. And when you draw, then you summarize. What does it mean? It means that whenever you are starting any learning, before that, you need to just declare that. And once learning is done, then you draw it within 24 hours. And once you have drawn it within 24 hours, whatever you have learned, then you are going to summarize it. You can summarize it back as a short, tiny videos that is lesser than 2 minutes. And then why you need to do so, why you need to follow this 4 quadrants of learning? Because your retaining power goes very higher. So how do we declare this? So we declare and we anchor, declaration with anchor. And why anchor is needed? So remember that, do you know ship? Everyone knows ship, and ship gets anchor. So ship when it stands on at harbor, that is the time it also needed an anchor. Do you all know this? Everyone say yes if you know.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And why it is needed harbor? Why it is needed anchor? Because just like your focus is just like a ship, and um, your thoughts are just like an ocean. If anchor is not given to that there, then there are chances that this ship can wander here and there in the ocean of thoughts. And that is the reason we need to have an anchor. And we have an anchor, and that anchor is bodily anchor. And that bodily anchor we can have here with the declaration that at the count of 3, you give yourself a self high five, that is the clap. Okay. So at the count of 3, you are going to give an anchor, that is the clap, and then repeat after me whatever I am going to say. Are you all set and ready for this?
Yes.
Everyone is ready before we
Yeah.
get into the deep learning? Fine.
Yep.
Fantastic. So at the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, and clap and repeat after me. Today's learning is going to be
Today's learning
Today's
is going to
be
super duper easy to me.
super duper easy to me.
Yeah, thank you so much. We are going to proceed further, and I am not going to touch base the remaining 4 code of honor that we have for the next day. So we will be having this. So Prerna, can we proceed to the actual slide that shows after week 1? So you will go, you will move this slide, and we will be on the day 1.
Yes, yes. Yes, Gaurav, give me a minute. Yeah, so I think we are done with these.
Definitely, but I think that more of, I don't know, in last 10 minutes, if you have taken the introduction from Manish and Krupali, they have recently joined in, and Sangeeta, I guess. Have you
Yeah, they are
taken?
very much welcome to introduce. No. We did not
Yeah,
start
sure.
before you joined. So we were just
Okay.
talking. I was actually kind of clarifying on some of the doubts what people had, like we completed week 1, but still we did not start any learning. So it's not like a calendar week. It's a week as per our sessions, as per our slides. And I even told them that we go as per your pace, like the kind of doubts, questions, you have. So it's not completely bookish. So do not worry that we are behind the schedule or we are, not covering anything like that. So I was just clarifying these things before you join. So yeah, we can
Awesome.
start with their introduction for sure.
Yeah. So what we want to know from you all, we want to know that name and from where you are connecting, and the other part is that, do you have any past experiences, and if you have, how much year of experience you have, and in what industry you have. So kindly share that, and I will call out the name. Who can start? Santosh, I know that we know you, but still I would let you know that, let you start. So yes, Santosh, go ahead and please introduce yourself to everyone.
Yeah, so myself, Santosh Kumari, I am from Houston, Texas. And before this course, like I didn't know anything about the IT. And this is like I was a homemaker, and now I want to make a career in IT. That's why I'm here.
Okay, thank you so much, Santosh. After Santosh, Krupali, could you please introduce yourself?
Sure. My name is Krupali Patel. I am from Glastonbury, Connecticut. Originally, I have my bachelor's in finance and from India. But after moving here, I went to radiology school. I have been working in radiology background for 15 years. And through the pandemic, it had been very hectic and stressful working with COVID patients. And I have little children and everything. So I'm thinking to switch my career from remote kind of jobs. So I wanted to do something related to this from IT, where I can work remotely and stay home with kids too. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Krupali. Manish, could you please introduce yourself, sir?
My name is Manish Patel, and I'm from Raleigh, North Carolina. And I'm this IT is totally new to me, and basically I'm from hospitality business.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much, Manish. And After Manish, Pamela, could you please reintroduce? Even we know you, so would love to know your introduction once more.
Yeah, sure. My name is Pamela, and I am from California, San Francisco. And I used to work back like way in 2000. I used to work in IT, but I quit. And then right now I'm into banking. I currently work at Wells Fargo, but I want to shift my career to software. That's why I'm here.
Okay, thank you so much, Pamela. So after Pamela, Sangeeta, could you please introduce yourself?
Good evening, sir. This is Sangeeta. I'm basically a bachelor in math, and I'm from Canada, Mississauga. So I worked as a medical transcriptionist in India for almost 15 years. So I moved to US. I worked there for almost 2 to 3 years, med boys transcription service. And when I moved to Canada, like 1 year back, here I was not able to find a job in transcription field. So then I luckily found GuruSchool, and I thought they're introducing some programs with IT or non-IT based persons. So I think this will be an apt. So I just joined it for the IT career.
Wow, thank you. Thank you so much, Sangeeta. So after Sangeeta, may I request Srivastava?
Hi, sir. That's Shivashrita, but I usually go by Ashi. So I have done my bachelor's in business law, business and law. It's a dual degree, and I worked in India for about 3 years in the field of corporate law. I recently shifted to the US about 6 months ago, and I wanted to shift from the legal field into the IT field. Thank you.
Thank you so much. But help me. How should we pronounce your name?
It's actually Shivashrita, but I
Shivashrita.
usually, I just use the name alias Ashi because that's just I only use that for legal purposes.
Ashi sounds easy and
Yeah,
short. Nice.
Yeah, Ashi. Thank you so much, Ashi. Yeah,
Thanks.
yeah. That's great. So I think we are done with the introduction round. So yeah, so quickly, Gaurav and Prerna are your trainers. I have 19 years of IT background, and more of the introduction you can find in the demo video if you have not gone through. So kindly go through the demo video to know the introduction in detail. Over to you, Prerna, if you would like to introduce yourself. Yeah, Prerna.
Yes, Gaurav. Thank you so much. So guys, yes, I am Prerna. I have been working in IT for more than around like 15 years now, and completed my Masters of Computer Application from Bombay University. And after that, I've been working with all the, I would say, verticals or phases of IT, starting with development, delivery, project management, program management. And currently, I'm working with an international, MNC financial bank as into data quality. So I have been into development, and project management, and teaching being my passion. That's why I'm here with GuruSchools to ensure that you all get your desired dream, you achieve your desired dream. And domain wise, I have worked in multiple domains, starting with typical IT to taxation to audit to HR. So yes, to be very honest, me and Gaurav has a great combination of different domains and different services. So we are here to ensure you that you understand everything in detail and get ready for the practical world to get you started on the job. So thank you so much. Yeah, Gaurav, over to you.
Thank you so much, Prerna. Yeah, Prerna, so can we move to next slide, please?
Gaurav, someone is trying to join, but there is no name. There is a number only. She's messaging in the group.
Oh, really? I think it must be Guru.
No. There is, it's Gurmeet. Yeah, it's Gurmeet. Yeah.
Gurmeet. Yeah.
Gaurav, let me know when you can see my slide. Yeah.
Yeah, it's there. So, yeah, thank you so much, Prerna. It has gone again. Yeah, it has gone. Have you shared your screen, Prerna? Yeah.
Gaurav, it's visible. I'm on the week
Yeah,
one
yeah, yeah.
importance of agile and
I
yeah.
can see it now. I can see
Okay,
it
maybe
now.
it's some lag due to network. Yeah.
Maybe. So yes. So first of all, what we have to know two things, because we are going to study this, and this is all about agile and business analysis. If I would say that what is agile and what is business analysis, so understand in the field of IT, agile is just like a foundation and BA is the pillar. Means agile is needed anyway, and BA is the skill. Business analysis is the skill. Those are the those are the pillars of this foundation, uh, which holds the IT together in a robust manner. So when we are talking about agile, so agile let the entire process faster, quicker, ahead of competitor. It keeps you ahead of competitor, brings 70% higher profit growth and 50% higher revenue growth. So that's the agile is most chosen methodology. This is the methodology through which we can deliver any software project. Everyone is with me so far. Why agile is ahead and why we choose agile?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And everyone can say yes about it. Thank you so much, confirming Santosh. And business analysis. So the purpose of business analysis is improve the processes, improve products, whatever software products are there for that. Then it also improves services through data analysis, and it is responsible for creating new models to support business decisions by working closely with financial reporting and IT teams to establish initiatives and strategies to improve importing and to optimize cost, and it bridges the gap between business and IT. And we are going to focus for 4 weeks we are going to focus for about 4 weeks um, only on Agile and Scrum. Okay. So wait a second. Yeah. So so everyone is clear with this, what we call what is the difference and how business analysis is supporting to agile methodology and all. So everyone is clear about it. What is agile? Agile is a methodology. Business analysis is a skill. So good, everyone.
Yes.
So
Yes.
what
Yes.
thank you so
Yes.
much. So yeah, hi Gurmeet. So we are just now discussing about what is business analysis, and we have started today about business analysis as well as agile. So if we will talk about this no, PPT is not shared. You need to go through and you can unmute and you can talk instead of typing and letting us to chat. So if you have any question, you can ask later. And in fact, we give you opportunity to ask us question. And yeah, so recording are shared and then you can ask this. So what you see is that next to this is one of the, yeah, someone is, can you go on mute if you are not speaking, please? Why? So, Prerna, could you please? I'm
Yeah,
not
Gaurav.
able to read it properly. So, could you please explain the next drawing, next diagram?
Sorry. The right hand side, right? The
Yeah.
star that you're not able to see. Okay, great, not an issue. So guys, one again request, please go on mute if you don't wish to talk, because it kind of disturbs the others and the environment. So yes, this is the beginning or start of the BA, process understanding. And here, let me know if my the screen is visible. I'll just try to
Yes,
make
Pregnant.
it larger. Yeah, no, this is for everyone. 1 second. Yeah, yeah. Can you see the star and bigger now? As in, can you
Yes.
read
Yeah.
the
Yes, Prerna, yes.
Yes.
things
Yes.
mentioned?
Much
Perfect,
Yes.
bigger.
perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here, if you see, can all of you one by one read the triangles? What is mentioned the triangles? Only triangles, or not the square? Yeah, if it is visible to you. One by one, everybody. See, we don't believe in taking names. We believe in self motivation. So come forward and just read which what that one word that is mentioned. Yeah, please go ahead.
Changes.
Changes,
Solutions.
Yeah, next. Perfect.
Con-
Go ahead.
context, value,
Stakeholders.
Needs.
Needs and changes.
Perfect. Perfect. So here, if you see, it's like a circular motion wherein all these things that are mentioned here, these are the primary focus area, right? So how do we start it? So changes, right? So what does a change imply, or what does the change derive? That it needs a transformation. Like, it's like I generally go by very layman, very simple examples, because that's the way it's kind of like we connect with the students or with the candidates. So basically, for example, per se, you got the job. Okay, all of you got the job, and you'll be starting office very soon. So I'm not sure about the guys, but maybe for the ladies, the first thing that comes to your mind is you need to have professional outfits. You need to have the proper dresses, or whatever you'll have, you call it, office wear. So if this is the change in your routine per se, right? Earlier you were maybe a housemaker, or you were working from home in your cozy pajamas. Now if you are planning to attend office on regular basis, so there is a change in your schedule. Everybody agrees? Yes.
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 Yep.
Yes, perfect. So now this change needs a solution, right? So this is a situation or a change in your routine, and it needs a solution. So what's the solution for this? One of the favorite words of everybody, especially females.
shopping,
Ye-
Shopping.
Absolutely. So be confident. Yeah. See, please don't have this hesitation. You can say whatever you feel like, because most of the time your gut feeling is right. So obviously. So here you see there is a change in your schedule. So now it leads to a solution. The solution is shopping. Okay. Shopping is a very wide and generic term. So shopping, in what context you want to have? Do you want to go for a bridal wear? Do you want to go for a ethnic wear? Do you want to go for a, I would say, festive wear, or you want to go for a party, or what's the last thing you want? The context is
Yeah.
formal,
Office. Office.
perfect. Professional clothing, office wear, right?
Yes.
Now, what is the value of this? What is the value of this change? That your appearance, your first impression, your daily requirement to attend office. So definitely this has value, right?
Yes. Right.
Yes,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So going back to context, context means circumstances surrounding the change, right? So change was surrounded because of your decision to attend office. So that was context. Value means worth of something to a stakeholder. That means does see, like many a times whenever you're free, you're just hanging out with your friends in a mall, or you're just chilling, you end up shopping something or the other. But if you ask me, that's not your need, or that is not always of value. Sometimes we just buy something for the sake of buying. It's not a good habit, to be very honest, but we do that, right? So here the value is, because I have to attend office, because I have to present in a corporate environment, I need to represent my professional way of work. I need to get dressed, right? This is a very decent and good value that you have, or reason to go for a shopping. So now after that, it's one of the very important words throughout your course is called as stakeholders, right? So what does everybody, or as per you, mean when you hear the word stakeholder? Please, I just want everyone to participate, and I want to know your thoughts when you listen to this word. What is a stakeholder, or who is a stakeholder?
Stakeholders can be anybody. As per
But
business
whom
means,
we call stakeholder generally?
like business who is giving us the the software to develop.
Okay. Only those people?
Like
Who
who is
towards
who is
project.
have interest or who is include in any way.
This is someone who's already attended and who knows it. So that's
Yes,
why
yes.
she's using the right word. Perfect, Santosh. Yeah, absolutely. So see, first of all, do not try to complicate things. Just go with simple understanding. Stakeholders means everybody, each and everyone who holds stake, who holds interest in your work, in your project, in your process, right? So here for shopping, who is the stakeholder? Who is the one who is like, who needs the change, who needs a solution? Who is it in this regard? Who wants to attend office?
Us as in person.
Us.
Yeah, all of you guys. I mean, I don't see that enthusiasm, or all of you want to work from home or something. I mean, yes, tomorrow, if you are placed, you are the people who want to attend office. So you are the stakeholder, right? Maybe along with you, it might be your spouse because they want you to look good and present well in your new organization, right? Maybe your kids. Nowadays, kids are very, very, I would say, focused on how their parents dress and how they appear, and they just say that mom and dad, you need to dress well in front of my friends. I have my known friends and family members whose kids are so sharp, and they are so choosy about their parents' clothing also. So yeah, primary stakeholder is definitely you yourself, because you have this need. Okay. And then last is needs, that is issue or charge. So change and need as a very thin line, wherein need is something that is required, right? So for example, schooling is a need, like education is a need, but changing school can be a change. So you get the difference in this. So here what is the need of your this entire change, that has to be mentioned. So that we've already discussed that before, you join your office or your corporate setup, you need to dress well. So here you see, we took this such a simple layman day-to-day example, but this same example can be mapped with a proper IT domain or IT project. Like same way, and by the way, coming back to the answer for stakeholders in a typical IT setup doesn't mean that only one person or one party. Stakeholder simply means starting with the project sponsor, that means in the company, on a senior level, managing director level or owner level, people who are actually funding the project, client who wants us to work on something. A project can be anything, guys, just be very wide in your mind. It can be a website, it can be a web application, it can be a mobile application like WhatsApp and Facebook, or shopping application, Amazon. I tend to give the regular example so you all can connect. So everybody starting with the project sponsor, with the client, with development team, with testing team, with some other companies working on this project along with our organization. So you get the point. Everybody who is involved in that project, who has interest in that project, who is contributing in that project, that is a stakeholder. So how will you map this setup, or this concept in IT? So basically in business analysis, you in an IT setup, you get a project, you see what is the change or what is the requirement of that client for a project. Then you discuss as a BA, you discuss the solution with the customer, with your internal team, with your architect people. Then you get the context, like, okay, in solution, what exactly the customer is wanting. The customer wants to have a Amazon lookalike website, they want to have a Facebook type website, or they want to have a website for their maybe hospitality management, or hospitals, or travel. See, as per the customers, your application changes, right? This is what everybody understands, right? If a customer comes and tells me, I have a travel and tourism business, their website won't look like a hospital website, right? It's very simple to understand. So Amazon will not look like a mediclaim website, right?
Right.
Yes.
Yes, no, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you
Yeah,
so
we
much.
have to please the
Absolutely. So
customer.
that
We have
is
to communicate between the two and please them what they want.
absolutely. So that is what the context is. So context is what is their context, what is their domain, what is their requirement, what are they asking for? Then you give off value. So then you come up with the solution. See, it's not always the case that you present something and the customer is like, okay, go ahead. They will have their set of doubts. See, they will be investing their money, their time, there's so much things into it. So they are bound to have, bound to have some doubt or some additional information which they want. So all this comes in value, and then comes a stakeholder, which I just recently explained, that everybody is starting with development team, testing team, maybe your architect, your managerial level people, delivery manager, product owner, everybody who is involved in the project, right? Everybody. It can be as simple as a very uh, a young developer who just joined a company, who's a fresher, or it can be someone as senior as a managing director who might retire in a couple of years or months. Okay, so everybody who has in the projects, and then you come to the needs. Okay, now when we talk about needs in professional setup, needs of every stakeholders are different, right? How they are different? The project sponsor, that means who is the owner of the company or the senior people, what they want to draw. Tell me one thing, if you have a business, what is the ultimate goal of you to achieve from that business? Please be honest, okay? Don't be holistic
Make
and
a
spiritual.
money.
To make profit.
Absolutely. Who said that? Who said that?
Make
I
profit.
like the way you said it, Manish. Absolutely right. See, see, you open your store or you open your business only to make money. Yeah, along with that, if you're doing some charity, some, other things, that's absolutely well done. And, that's your take. But then when you start a business, your prime focus is to earn money, to make profits, right? So here, if you think about project sponsors or company owners, they are there to make money and to add their clients, to have additional clients, right? To increase their client base. For a client, their need is they want to get their work done. If they want to have a website up and running in 6 months, they want that. Okay. For developers, for testers, their need is they have to ensure that they work properly, because that is how their salaries, their appraisals, their performance is rated, right? So everywhere here you see the same example that we started with the shopping experience for your new company. The same process is applicable to an IT industry project also. Same applies for your birthday party if you want to organize at home. Same applies to your college or office project that you want to work, So these are the stepping stones of any analysis process, that how you analyze, you ensure what's the change, you understand what's the change, what's the transformation, you check the solutions, check the context, know the value, understand the stakeholders, and as per the need you serve, right? So these might be the everyday words that you hear and you talk to, but as the context changes, their importance and relevance also changes, right? Everybody is with me on this? Please unmute yourself and talk. If you have any doubts, I'll be more than
Yes.
Yeah.
happy
Yeah.
to answer
Yeah.
you. Yes, everybody could relate to what we're talking about, because see, you relating to the concept and understanding the concept is more important than going ahead in PPT. So yes, everybody's okay, cool. Can we
Yep.
move to
Yep.
next slide?
Yep.
Yes.
Absolutely fine.
Yes.
Yeah, Gaurav?
Yep.
Cool. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me reduce the font. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Is it visible to everyone now?
Yes. Yes.
No,
Very
it's
well.
still
Yeah.
Yes,
loading.
yes.
It's still loading. Yeah, great. Yeah, Gaurav, you can go ahead with this, right?
Yes, we can go ahead with this.
Yeah. Is
So
it readable for everyone, or should I increase the font?
no, it is. It
No,
is.
it's readable.
It's good.
Perfect. Yeah. Yeah, Gaurav, please go on. Thank you so much.
Yeah. So see, let's understand, because for everything we have the history, we have the plan, and we have the object, and we have the goal. So let's understand how this entire agile thing started. But before we talk about agile, let's understand what was there earlier in the place. So as I said, that agile was the methodology, and before coming to agile, there was another methodology that we used to call as waterfall. model. Okay. And waterfall model was always there, along with which was following the software development life cycle. What was software development life cycle? And for that, Prerna, if you'll allow me uh, share the screen. So I want to share,
Yeah, 1 second.
what.
Let me give you that right. Okay. Should I click on the multiple participants can share simultaneously option?
Yes.
I'm clicking on that. Let me know if you can. Okay.
Yeah. So
Done that.
cool. Let me bring this. So somehow I don't have this option to share the whiteboard. I don't know. I cannot. So anyways, I don't have right to share the whiteboard. So I'll go ahead like that.
Wait a second. Whiteboard I'm sharing. Can you access this whiteboard?
Yeah, I can. I don't know. I can annotate it. So I cannot annotate that. So leave.
I'm just trying to give you the options.
Yeah, I can now.
Unshare. You can? Perfect.
I think
Perfect.
so.
I have given the access. Perfect. Yeah. Go ahead, Gaurav.
Okay. So cool.
Great.
Thank you so much, Prerna. So,
technology rocks. Guys, that's why we are here.
Yeah.
Yes,
So,
yes, go ahead.
Guys, what you see here, the very first thing was, okay, so now let's start there. All right. So the very first thing was, when it always started with requirement gathering. Okay, so it used to be requirement gathering. After requirement gathering, we always used to go to documentation, because whatever the requirement was coming, that requires to be gathered first, right? Do you all agree with that? So because any software what requires to be added, it has to be explained first. So once requirement gathering came into the place, so requirement, who used to give the requirement? Of course, whoever needs something to be delivered, or something to be updated, or something to be created, they need to have a requirement in the place. And that's the reason they used to give us the requirement. And after requirement is documented, that requires need to be designed. What is the word? Design.
Design.
Yeah. So requirement is gathered, then documented, then designed, and after designing what is needed, these design needs to be coded. Do you all agree with me?
Yes.
Because coding has to be there, then only it. No. Okay. So once it is coded, and designed, and make a focus whatever the activity I'm doing right now here. I talked about the requirement gathering. I talked about the documentation. Then I talked about coding, and then before that I talked about design. So after design and coding, then we once it is coded, then it comes to testing. What used to come?
Testing.
It requires to be tested, right? Whatever software has been developed, that requires to be tested. Once testing was done, then a deployment used to happen. What used to happen?
Deployment.
Yeah, deployment. So deployment means the software which has been developed, that is going to go to customer to be used by them. Okay. So once even deployment is done, then comes what? After a product is given to you, any product is given to you, say for example, for appliances also, what happens sometimes when you start using it in between, then what comes?
Maintenance.
We have a trial period
Yes.
and then we have like
Yeah,
to fix it if there are any issues.
exactly. Someone told here it is maintenance. Okay. So maintenance has to be there. So when I was explaining this, you were finding this arrow was going down, down, down. So after requirement gathering, then documentation, and then design, then coding, and then testing, and then deployment, and then maintenance and support used to come. Okay. So when you will see this entire thing, what you will find that everything was flowing just like a waterfall. Okay. And that is the reason it was known as waterfall model. Okay. And we always follow this in a sequence. And when this sequence was followed, uh, and it used to deliver to the customer, ideally it used to become 1 year or 2 year. Okay. And by that time the software used to become very outdated, very old. Market would have changed by then. Okay. And then what happened? So Prerna, can you reshare the PPT? And it used to be very time consuming, and that's the reason Agile came into the picture. Prerna, you there? Hello. I think Prerna is talking on mute or what? So this is everyone understood what was the waterfall model? Are we clear with this? Because that was the main
Yes.
purpose behind it.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, very clear.
Yes.
Thank you. So we are going back to the agile methodology, that because we realize that the purpose of this waterfall model is really not you know purpose of this model was really not supportive. It was really not making some sense. Prerna would like you to share your PPT, please. Prerna, are you there? Can we see Prerna, please? Okay. Prerna, please share the okay, so meanwhile, Prerna share the slides. Let me quickly tell you. So Agile came into the picture around it. Entire thing started from 1998. There were some software experts, software engineers, and they started thinking that Agile is taking a hell lot of time. Waterfall model is taking hell lot of time. By the time it comes into the market, everything is gone. So what should we do? So they came together around 1999. So Prerna, I want you to start reshare the slide, please. Hello, Gaurav, are you there? Yes, Prerna. So I'm requesting you to please reshare the slide now. Okay. Prerna, did you hear me right? I don't know. So let me continue, guys. By the time Prerna reshare her screen. So what happened exactly? So I'm audible to everyone, right? Gurmeet
Yes,
and
Gaurav. Yes,
Yes.
Gaurav.
Yes,
Yes.
very clear, very clear.
so somehow Prerna is not able to hear me. So let me type for her. Everyone can hear me and you, but that's it. So yeah, let me continue. So hello guys. So what I was telling that these 14 software engineers in from 1998, they had this pain. They realized that this is not so can someone type to Prerna in the chat that we can hear you, Prerna, very, very well. and to Gaurav as well. So please type into the chat window while I'm explaining about how Agile came into the picture, the history of the Agile. So these 14 software engineers, what they did one thing. They came together, they started talking to each other, and while they were talking to each other, what happened further? They realized that by the time we are delivering the software, time is getting consumed and software is getting outdated, and there is a no point to following this waterfall model. So from 1998 they came together. In 1999 they started brainstorming. Around 2000 and 2001 this Agile came into the picture. Okay, and that was the time when Agile was introduced. And here you see in the the history. In 2001 the Agile used in Agile Manifesto. Okay, like manifesto, I would say, to simplify this one, what is Agile Manifesto? We will read about the Agile Manifesto, but understand, in early 2000, 2000, which I talked about, 2000 and 2001, it was not just 14, it was 17 software developers. They brainstormed together and they recognized this Agile. And what used to happen? What used to happen? As I said, that not only this software used to be outdated, but also it used to be cumbersome. That time it requires really high memory and all the resources and hard drives and the computers. These software used to use all the resources uh, in a very hyper manner, as in it used to affect the person, it used to affect the system. And that was the time when they realized now is the time when industry needs lightweight software, and such software we can provide earlier feedback, like you are providing us earlier feedback and ongoing feedback, whether screen is shared or not, whether we are audible or not. So it is getting just in time. Do you all agree with this, that these kind of feedback mechanism helps to proceed further and take the action towards the next step? Do you all agree with this? Everyone say yes
Yes,
if you
yes.
agree.
Yes,
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
yes,
And exactly that was the need, that was the insight of these 17 software engineers. Okay, and further what happens? Further, does it really need only the Agile in the history, or it requires to be um, evolve further? So in 1990s, the approach were changing, methods were changing, common practices were identified, and that is what the time when the need of Agile was recognized. And it started with taking the software development life cycle, with every single step together, and they get into the pair programming. Pair programming it means where the two software engineers will sit together and they would be in a position to give each other, each other feedback then and there to improve the thing. Even it comes to programming, that will be taken in the similar consideration. Then they moved a step towards the Agile, and Agile comes with various framework. So one of the framework was the Kanban. So Kanban used to be a board where whatever is to start and whatever is ongoing and whatever is done will be visible all at once. All at once is the thing. Okay, and when it is visible, and then they decided that we will work in a manner that we can have the scaled Agile as well. So where Agile works, so when customer is ready to accept small pieces of large application to keep their customer hooked until it is ready to be used as a whole. So now let me give you a perfect agile, you know, example, and generally I give it, and people are ready to click it. Uh, so I imagine that everyone over here is married, and I also assume that you have got a small kid, not as a very uh, younger one, as in as a below, say for example, below 14 years old. Okay, and you as a mother or father have brought one big loaf of bread. What you have brought directly? A loaf of bread. And you have jam, butter with you. And now you want this child, you want your child to eat that bread and butter and jam. Okay, and you have this wonderful bread loaf with tutti frutti. Okay, it has tutti frutti flavor. What you do? You do you intend to give the entire loaf of the bread to child, or you will just slice it in the tiny thinner slice, and you will just butter it well and apply the jam, and then you will serve in the plate of your child. So how would you prefer, thin slices or entire bread of the loaf?
Thin
Thin
I
slice.
mean,
slices.
yeah, slices, of course. The answer is always slices. So now, when you cut into the slices, so imagine this bread loaf is the requirement. Okay. So the entire requirement cannot be delivered to the child, is the customer. Okay. To the customer. And remember, your customer is always like a child. And he will and she will come with this tantrum that he needs everything all at once. Okay, and you should be in a position to persuade your client that give me the priority, what exactly you want to eat first, what exactly you want to consume first, we will deliver it first. Deal happens there. So who will be in the picture for this to consideration? Child's grandmother, child's grandmother or grandfather, or father and mother themselves as well. Okay, so these are the important stakeholders. So to summarize it well, it is always product owner, scrum master, and business analyst. But important role are played initially by product owner and as well as with business analyst, because owner always takes scrum master and business analyst together. Scrum master to take the entire backup plan, and business analyst to face the customer from the front. Okay, so this is how business analyst and scrum masters are required for product owner. And they persuade the client, okay, you tell me about the requirement. Now this child says, and that I want where at least the entire slice has the tutti frutti. So they consider it as a priority number one. Okay, then this child says, after you serve me this, then at least half of the portion of the slice must have the tutti frutti, and at the end you can give me even a normal slice, that is okay, with bread, simple butter and jam. So they said, okay, so the child requires initially, initially in uh, first hour, only 3 slices, and you will say, tomorrow we will serve you better. So for today, it is 3 slices are enough for the child, and he is happy. He is just spending his entire first half of the day with these 3 slices, and next day you give him whatever he requires as a with next add-ons. Okay, again he will demand something, he will instruct you what he wants first, and this is how you continue to serve him. And one fine day you find that your stack is empty, the slice has been given, and there is a need of new loaf of the bread to bring at home, and then you continue to serve. Have you understood this analogy properly, everyone, that how a child is playing the role of customer. You are, as a product owner or business analyst, you are serving the requirement. Requirement was what? Requirement was just a slice of bread. Okay, that is being served, and it is being served every single day in incremental mode. Do you see that,
Yes.
everyone?
Yes. Yes.
It is
Yes.
gradually
Yes.
increment. So this is what exactly agile is. So we are going to learn about it, how customers' requirement is fulfilled in a simple step-by-step manner, and where we prioritize the things, that what exactly to be delivered, when to be delivered, and in every prioritization and delivery, the discussion happens. So let's, having said that, let me see if I missed something on the screen. So I think we have covered a very important thing about the agile, how in fact the agile functions. So Prerna would like to go to the next slide. So could you please transit to the next slide?
Yeah, Gaurav. Yes, Gaurav.
So meanwhile, we are going to the next slide. Let me tell you this. So yeah, I think for now, for today, the important segment was knowing the agile. Okay, so if we have known the agile and we have understood how any agile fulfillment happens, how anything in agile is being served, how your customer is just like a child, he and she will demand anything and everything, but you yourself will ask him or her about the requirement, what is first required, and then what exactly happens. Then you move to the um, after this you move to the next segment and you serve him well, and everything happens
Just
in just
wanted to
step by
check with
step
you,
manner.
Gaurav. Yeah, sorry for
Yeah,
interrupting. Just wanted to check with you. Should I start with the next PPT if you are in the flow,
yeah,
or
yeah.
how?
We can quickly take that.
Give me a moment. Yeah, give me a moment.
Yeah.
You continue.
So for now, any question, everyone? Any question till here, till this point?
No.
No question.
Okay, thank you. I'm glad that you don't have any question. So great. So exactly like how I said that, this is the bread loaf and this is sliced, and one by one we are delivering. Exactly, we are going to learn this entire thing in for 4 weeks. So if you will ask me, agile is as simple as that. I know the mind will say that it is not like that. I know that you cannot relate this in this manner. Of course, I understand when you come from already, you have worked in the IT background, then you may say though. But understand this, the things are as simple as it can be explained, as it has been explained just now. We can also make it very much complicated, and you may start thinking that how agile is really tough and you need to work a lot. We don't believe in making things complicated and then bringing it with more interest, that you will be interested tomorrow to know that okay, I need to work hard. So to understand this, so understand this thing, the moment you will think in your mind things are very hard, you will find it hard. And the moment you will understand, is it really simple like this, like Gaurav has explained, and you will find the things are getting really simplified in the similar manner. So I would leave this thing up to you, how you want to choose it, in a complicated manner and still making things interested, or you want me to simplify it and still you will find it very easily digestible for you. So I would leave these choices with you until we move to the next slide. Yeah, Prerna, let me know once your slides are ready and we can see that.
Yeah, Gaurav. In a second.
Yeah, sure. So here, any question? Like I want to know from Pamela. I know you have worked already in Agile. So do you want to add and share and ask anything over here?
No, Gaurav, I'm good.
You're
Actually,
good?
your PPTs and the way you explain is very nice. Actually, I can
Okay.
totally relate to it.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Pamela. Because
Yes, sir.
why?
Let me know when the screen is visible, Gaurav.
Yes, it is visible. So guys,
Yes.
here you need to understand, like we started with the, we started with the code of honor. Likewise, in fact, you got entry in this with the 6 pillars of GuruSchools. Likewise, everything, every subject, even if you'll talk about Agile will have its own value, its own principle. And then inside Agile, you will learn about the Scrum. Scrum will have its own, its own values as well, and we will be learning them all together. So, Prerna, you can go to the next slide, please. And we will be learning about agility and flexibility, how both are different. Then we will get into the detail of Agile Manifesto. So
Yeah,
yes,
Gaurav.
agility and flexibility is here. So Prerna, I would like this you to take in your own style. Yeah.
Sure, Gaurav. So yes, agility and flexibility, if you go by the wordings, they sound very similar, right? Like, when we talk about in layman term, we kind of interchange these words often, but in industry, these are some different terminologies. It has different and depth, deep meaning when we use this. Now, as we are learning agile in detail, it's good to know the understanding and why this question, basically, why this particular slide we have, because many a times in interviews, to ensure, just to understand that you know the concepts clearly, they kind of pop up this typical question. So you can take a picture of the slide. This slide can be your go-to slide before any particular, I would say, interview. So yeah, I think there are 3 sentences. I'll request 3 people to read this out for me. Yeah.
Um,
Anybody, please
ag-
take chance. Yeah, yeah.
agility,
Come on.
agility and flexibility are common interchanged, but they're not the same.
Perfect. We just studied that. We just learned that. Yeah. Next sentence, please.
Should I just continue?
Yeah, you can continue.
Okay. When referring to flexibility, it generally means scheduling or planning for an unforeseen development. These types of developments are usually unexpected surprises, but businesses can plan for them and make room in their regular business procedures for adaptations as necessary.
Yes. So now see, flexibility means that, there are unforeseen development. Like, for example, if you think about natural calamities, right? Like floods and cyclones and heavy snowfalls and heavy rainfalls. So there are situations where what happens, the data center, the actual branches of any bank, or sometimes the offices. This is very typical in Mumbai. So people who have been in metro cities in India, they can relate quite well. So in case of any extreme, I would say environmental situation, things go haywire, and then flexibility means you kind of act in a reactive mode, right? You understand reactive and proactive, right? So you actually kind of respond to the situation, to the surprise, and you can plan and kind of adapt and do what is necessary, right? Like in case of floods, it's like if the particular branch or location is down, we operate from second another branch or location, or we can work from offline. Thanks to COVID times, everybody is very well equipped to work from home. So it's more of a reactive way when we talk about flexibility. So everybody understands this. What they mean by flex is this, like, for example, the other day some colleague of mine was telling that for her daughter's birthday, she actually had cooked pav bhaji last year, and the thing was like, kids love it so much, the pav got over, then she had to
send someone to get the pav. Then the bhaji was getting over. Then she had to actually prepare something else, So it's a reactive way. You're not foreseeing the situation and you're just going with the flow, but you're managing it somehow. Everybody's on with me on this?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Perfect.
Yes,
Perfect.
thank you.
Yeah. So Ashi, can you please continue the third sentence and we can come to the agility part?
Yeah, sure. When referring to agility, it usually means being able to respond to unplanned for or unscheduled external circumstances in more effective way by delivering best possible desired output.
Yes, thank you so much. So now here, see the difference, Here, in earlier sentence, we just make ensure that we adapt and we do what is necessary, or we just kind of, it simply means we kind of manage the situation. But here, when we talk about agility, our focus is to ensure that in case of any unforeseen or unplanned event or unscheduled circumstances, we have to ensure that we deliver or we do what's the best possible, right? So now, bare minimum and best possible are two different terminologies. I think that everybody understands, right? Like maybe for your unit test, you might be doing bare minimum and just passing and going ahead. But maybe for your boards, for your SATs, for your other entrance exams, you do what is your best performance, right? You see the difference. You know the difference. Yes, no.
Yes.
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 Yes, so that's the difference. That's the difference between agility and flexibility. Flexibility simply means you're just ensuring that the things go by, everything is going okay, smooth. But agility means you are in that situation also working towards what is the best. Like, for example, if you have 10 days and if you have an entrance that you have to crack for your future, for your career, maybe for a scholarship, what kind of efforts you'll put in? Right, you'll just burn your day and night. You'll be just studying and focusing and give your maybe not 100 to 100%, right? But in simple class tests you don't do that because it's not of that importance, or you're just a little cool with it in your mind, so that's the difference between agility and flexibility. So continuing this, I just want now 5 different people apart from Ashi to read this, because I want participation, guys. Please, we believe in that. So just go one by one. This is more of a repetition of what we just experienced in a better systematic format. Yeah, one by one.
Prerna, I just wanted to confirm, flexibility is reaching the bare minimum target, and agility is making sure that you perform you reach like the original result, right?
Flexibility simply means, Ashi, that you are handling the situation. It's like it's like you have a party and the food is less at maybe more people turned up. So you just are going and getting something the best something that is available in the next bakery, right? Right. It's just like you're handling the situation. But whereas if it's your entrance exam, if it's your big event, if it's your marriage, then you ensure that you have backup, you have more food, you have more beverages, you have just everything set up. So that's the difference. You get it?
Okay, all right. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much for asking.
Okay.
Yes, please do not make me take names, but people who are on mute, unmute
I'm going
themselves,
to read
and one by one, please start. Yes, sir.
I can start, Prerna.
Yeah, Krupali, go ahead. Yeah, anybody.
You just want me to read out the points, right?
The first point, and that way I want 5 people to read the 5 points. Generally, we go by this rule, so everybody is involved.
I'll start with the first one. When a business is agile, it can respond to a wide variety of unexpected external surprises.
Right. What does that mean? And in agility, you are mentally and even planning wise ready, that you have some backup plans which are the best suitable. Now I'll give you an example for this. What is the example? That you want to deliver a Facebook type website, similar to Facebook, like a social media website, and you had a timeline, just a hypothetical example, okay, of 6 months. But in between, you say some of your core development team people resigned, or they left, or somebody is on a serious sick leave or maternity leave. So how do you manage this, right? You take backups, you hire new employees, or you take consultants from other departments or companies. So you're working towards your goal to deliver the best, no matter what the surprise is, right? So this simply means you can respond to a wide variety of unexpected surprises, right? Everybody understands?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Guys, please, everybody, you can unmute and talk at least for this slide, because I want everyone's voice, everyone's presence. So this is the way we know, we feel confident that you're understanding. Okay. Yeah. Next sentence, please. Someone else.
However, a flexible business may only be able to respond to already hypothesized situations.
Guys, yeah, that means they just kind of, I told you, bare minimum. They just know the situation and they just like, okay, we have to do this, and then let's go ahead with whatever we can do as of now. They will not have a long-term thought process on that. That's the only thing, you know. They'll be only able to respond to already. So basically, this simply means they just pass by things, they just carry it forward without having the intention of delivering it to the best, best utilization of everyone, or giving the best quality. They just ensure that things are taken care of. Okay. Yeah. Next point, please.
Being flexible leads to success when a predicted event occurs, while being agile will assist businesses who face unpredictable circumstances.
Okay. So here what they are saying, flexibility is good or important when you know that you understand and you predict the future events. Like being flexible is also good. That simply means you are able to adopt. But this is good when you know to what extent the event. Like for example, for a birthday party, instead of say 40-50 kids might occur, things like that. But you don't know when a cyclone or flood will occur, right? So it's agility is useful, or it's important in case of agile environment, in case of unpredictable environment that we just learned. It can be natural calamity, it can be sometimes an entire department of a company just resigns and they leave. Things like that happen in companies or organizations sometimes, very rarely, but they do. So in such situations where you don't have set of people or skills, how will you manage, right? So that is when the agility comes in. You ensure that what the client wants and you just work towards that. Yeah. Next point.
Yeah, agility or being relates more to strategic agility, thus impacting customer or competitor.
Yeah. So here the strategic or tactical flexibility, even I just concluded the next point, that simply means that you're not thinking on the layman's term, you're thinking widely about the organization, about the stakeholder, about what strategy. Now, strategy can be anything. It can be to increase sales, it can be to ensure that you win over more customer or customer base. It can be to ensure there is a tough competition to your other competing I would say brands or leads or anything. So agility simply means that you are more planned in your approach, you're more strategic, you go as per your objectives, and you ensure that you're covering all the grounds and you're achieving your goal. So here, can you see the difference? In flexibility, we are just doing whatever is required and going ahead. But in agility, we have a goal. We have to ensure that we are able to sustain in competition. We are ensuring that we are providing a proper, I would say, delivery. We are ensuring and we are focusing on the goal of customer satisfaction. Yeah. Everybody can relate?
Yep. Right. Yep.
Yes, very much.
Great. So now last sentence, please.
Whereas flexibility relates to tactical flexibility, in that their statistic objectives are clear, but methods and opinions to achieve them are open.
Yeah. So here, now you're at the beginning of agility or agile. So the agile is very structured, okay? They have principles, it has manifesto, it has methods, it has events, it has circumstances. It is such a beautifully designed process, I would say, or a way of work. Trust me, the more you learn, first of all, you understand that you have been practicing agility or agile even without knowing that you're practicing it, because it's the way humans have developed. And also it's very, very, I would say, solution proof or goal achievable proof, I have to put into that word, right? So that simply means that in flexibility we just ensure that things are getting done by maybe by hook or crook, or maybe by simply not putting in too much of a specialization. But yes, in agility, we ensure the goals, the objectives, the delivery, the quality, everything is taken care of. So definitely, if you want to kind of implement something between agility and flexibility, depending on the goal, you would definitely go ahead with agility. If something that is not so important, then being flexible will work. Flexibility will help you, but then it's your ultimate goal. Like here, if you want to, you're planning to get placed or getting into industry, then definitely agility is the way. That can be in your work, your understanding, in your day-to-day activities, like we asking you to provide videos, attending RRP sessions. So all this, see, that is why even GuruSchools has process. We have principles, we have pillars. So it's very, very robust. It's very close to what agility is, and it is very result oriented, because you're following the steps. You're in the process. You're there giving your 100%. So it's bound to happen into a successful result, and you will definitely achieve your goal. So this is very close to what we follow here as an institution, and it is very close to any industry or domain where they follow agility, right? And that is the focus why it is important. So everybody understood why agility is important, and why why we are learning it. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes.
Thank you. So see, it's there's no hurry. Have your time. Sorry, someone said something. Okay. So I was saying that you can have your time, rewatch this video again, understand these concepts, and still if you have any doubts in the next session, we can definitely start with your doubt clearance. So yeah, Gaurav, there is if you want to go ahead with some further slides.
No, I think there is one more slide that is a continuation on agility and flexibility or what. Okay, we can just keep it explained, and then we can touch the time.
You
So,
can just touch base on this one, and I think then we can end, because then we'll be
yeah,
starting with
sure.
Agile Manifesto, and that can be a fresh
So,
start of next session. Yeah.
yeah, no problem. So if we need to simplify it like this, what you see over here, agility and flexibility, end goal remains the same and adapt to the change. So I'll put it in one sentence, but before that, let's understand what these boxes says. It says that agility has to be time boxed, it has to be fast moving, and it needs your quick reaction. However, when flexibility comes, it is no time bound. It may go into loop continuously. It is steady move, very slow moving, and delayed reaction is the that caters towards the flexibility. Now you can stop screen share, Prerna, and let me quickly tell you in one sentence. If you need to be agile or flexible, it always required one thing, and that is adapt to the change. Both wants a change to be catered, but in one word you can understand, agile is an analyzed change catering management service or methodology. However, flexibility is the force change catering or adaptation process. Okay, so agile will cater the change in an analyzed manner, and it has the full power to say yes or no, to bring a change, when to bring and what point of time to bring the change and adapt to the change. However, flexibility is the force change adaptation, where you don't have a choice, but you have to cater a change whenever it is asked to cater, and uh, it may bang on the time, it may affect the time, and it may go on and on and on. Having said so, we have come to the end of this class. Let me know if you have any question, guys.
Yes, sir. So I'm Gurmeet. I have two questions. Hello.
Yeah, Gurmeet, go ahead.
Yeah. So my first question is, can you please give me an example of real-time project, how we can use this agile methodology in real-time project? And my second question is, if someone is working as a BA, who will tell the BA to use the agile methodology? Or you can say like how a BA will know when and how to use the agile methodology in this and any particular project.
So yes, Gurmeet, first of all, I might ask you question. I might ask you to again repeat your question. However, whatever I have understood, that who will ask BA to work in Agile. For that, let me tell, most of the industry are today using only Agile, okay, and different combination and combination of various other methodology, but waterfall model, I mean, nowadays is outdated. No one is using waterfall model. However, the life cycle will remain same. Okay, so everywhere you will find either people are using Agile, and even they are not using Agile, but they are following the principle of Agile. Is it clear to you? Means the meetings will happen in the same line when it comes to Agile and delivery by following the Agile. Is it clear to you in IT industry? Gurmeet, are you there?
Yes, sir. I got your point. But sir, can you give me a real-time example
Okay,
of
for
where
that you need
how?
to attend. Okay, in which project it happens? In every single project it happens. Like I gave you the example of bread loaf. In the similar manner,
Okay.
if you need to say, for example, banking. So in banking, what happens? A customer comes, a new bank comes. Say, for example, Bank of America is a just new emerging bank. I know that it is not an emerging bank. It is already well renowned and existing bank already in the USA. But however, it reaches to which company? Its name is XYZ company, product based company. Say for example, they reach towards the Mastercard. Mastercard is the product based company, and they cater everything into the banking. And they say that I want you to start giving me handling my project from end-to-end solution when it comes to banking, and they agree to it. But they say that, hey, we are targeting to go live as soon as possible in the very next month. What you can give it to me? So then they understand in the communication that first bank need to establish the customer relationship. So for that, they need to have some module where customer KYC can be done, where they can know their customer, they can take their minimum documentation, and they can add the customer and customer details and address and name and phone number and everything, and they can provide them unique identity, and they can connect them to their unique national ID, and that's it. And the next part comes where the Mastercard says that I believe that after you add your customer, then you must have account opening system for the customer. Let the customer open the account. When the customer opens the account, then I think you should have leverage to ask customer what kind of account they want to open. So, and then you go on the various other thing, loans, mortgages and all. So bare minimum things what they understood, the bank understood, they must have a customer addition module, then they have account opening module, then they have fund transfer, say for example module, or fund deposit module they should have. So this bank, BOFA, Bank of America, can't say that until unless you deliver us entire thing, we will not go live. They said that we just want to go live, what you can give. And with Mastercard, they agreed that they are giving one module to first add the customer. So customer addition is the one module which will be delivered to them at the first. The second module may come towards the next month. They can wait for that, and that is to let the customer choose the type of account, and then associate that type of account with the customer. Is it making some sense to you, Gurmeet?
Yeah, I got your point. So basically, you want to say that
Yeah.
whenever we have
So the entire banking thing cannot be placed and cannot be received by this Bank of America, but they will go one step at a time. So when it comes to
got
Agile,
it.
one step at a time.
I
5
got your point.
miles.
So basically, if a project has a different, basically, first of all, we have to uh, uh, divide a project into the different modules, and then we have to develop one by one module, complete one module, and switch to other module. So this is agile methodology to
Yeah.
complete the project.
So large goal is achieved in
Got
a
it.
step by step.
Got it. Good is that. Got it. Thank you, sir. Got it.
Okay. Well, thank you for asking this. So I think we have come to the end of this module. So having said so, yeah.
Sorry, I wanted to ask a question. What about in railway industry, or in railway industry or manufacturing company? You know, in railway industry, their form of management, you know, is bureaucratic, and manufacturing slash production company where they produce the same pattern of goods. Will you say they use more of waterfall waterfall methodology than that of agile?
Okay, so let me help me to understand your question well. Gurmeet, stay till the end, okay, and then we will tell you when is the next class. Please stay till the end, okay? So Maureen, are you asking how this agile methodology is used in manufacturing industry? That's that kind of example do you need?
Yes, and that of railway industry too.
Which industry?
Railway, like a railway industry, like a railway company where they want to where they
Okay,
need
airline industry or railway
rail line,
industry. Okay,
rail line,
airline or railway industry. Let me quickly tell you how it happens. I'll give you the example. Say, for example, in manufacturing industry, I can take any of the example. In manufacturing, it is the spice manufacturing industry. That is one. And second is the fabric manufacturing industry. Fabric manufacturing is iron fabric manufacturing industry. So what kind of example you want me to take? Iron fabric manufacturing industry or spice manufacturing industry? With what you want me to go ahead? Spice manufacturing, will that work for you?
Yes.
Okay, so understand in the spice manufacturing, say for example, it's a ready to eat spice manufacturing company. What they do, so they have their own system in the place. Like when I work with one of the manufacturing industry, and they have all their system, like they have developed like Amazon shopping cart. So how it starts? It starts from the production itself. So whenever they are producing the spices, they are mixing. So first their thing is that it has to be packaged, okay? But it also depends on the demands of on supply. Let's bring this manufacturing company towards its IT sector. In IT sector, what happens? Customer first visit their website, and when they visit their website, again they have the customer section, again they have the shopping section. So what they can do, so how this website has to be developed? The website has to be developed, the images of the packaged ready to eat spice should be visible. So first image production and its addition into the website is the first phase, okay, where customer can see what all the availability of the spices are there. So that is the first step. Second step, in second phase, what they develop the integration where customer can enlarge those images and can see the range of its availability or its various variant, like it's a M, L or XL, means whether it is medium size package or large size package or extra large size package of the spice, okay? And then this happens in the second phase. In third phase, what happens? They get the buying opportunity. In the buying opportunity, now they can buy. So in initial step, they just could see that. Now they can buy it. Now in buying, what happens? They can add to the cart, okay? add to the cart, and they can enter their information. This was the another module with this manufacturing industry website or transaction when it comes to. And then after adding to the cart, the buying completion has to happen, and for that the system has to integrate with the payment system. So you understand, the small units are there, small things are there which requires integration at the end. And then once it is integrated, then the customer receives a final email that your order is received. Now in this manufacturing industry, the another thing will happen, that was the transportation um, uh, uh, transportation industry will be clubbed with this. Okay, say for example, this manufacturing industry has tie up or dealing with some of the courier or cargo company, okay, where they place the order, okay, where they receive the order and they deliver the order. So that will be the altogether a different section. So do you understand how manufacturing is scattered various all other modules together, and they are developing in a one by one manner, and they are delivering it further? Do you understand this, Maureen? Yeah.
Yes.
So the in the same goes with the railway reservation system and airline reservation system. Okay, so we will touch base this later, not today. Okay, because we are pressing on the time. So let's end it today and let's learn more on Tuesday. So it's Sunday and Tuesday. How it is catered? So every time Gurmeet was asking that when is the class, and Ankit was or Siddharth was sharing entire thing. I'm going to repeat that. Sunday, we meet for the technical session. Monday, whatever you have learned on the Sunday, that you have to summarize in 1 or 2 minutes of video. For that, we give you the entire one day. So Monday is for this untold assignment always, where you will be coming up with the summary of whatever you have learned on the previous day. Tuesday, so it was Sunday, and then Monday you are sharing the assignment, that is the summary. And then Tuesday we again meet at 9:30 p.m. EST for this technical session, and you are also advised to go back and attend RRP session along with this. That happens on 2 p.m. or 7 p.m. In case you miss it, it will be available on another day on Thursday as well. So Thursday again you have to attend the RRP session. Wednesday, whatever you have learned on Tuesday, that you need to summarize on Wednesday. And then comes after Thursday, because you have attended the RRP session, on Friday is given you the time to watch whatever we have delivered to you, whatever we have served you. You watch it again, come up with the question and answer, and also do your own research. Here in GuruSchools, and especially in Agile Scrum training, we say that you have started the journey of being a student, because you have chosen the first step or first pillar of GuruSchool, that is Instructor Led training program. But we don't want you to be the student. We want you to become the full stack student. Who is the full stack student? Full stack student is one who completes all the assignment, who do the research work, and who comes back with the question and answer and do all their all their research work by their own self. So if you are completing all these three things, then you are considered as the full stack student. And only not become the full stack student, also be the responsible for your own success and failure. When you complete becoming the full stack student, you can attract this success. And when you will not, you will attract failure. And the moment you will realize why the failure is coming, then you will be able to correct that failure point, and that time this failure become the trail for the success. RRP session is the resume what is that, Prerna? RRP session is the resume preparation session. It's a reference ready resume preparation. It's RRP session, Tuesday and Thursday.
Yes, reference ready resume preparation. Perfect.
Resume preparation, where your profile is optimized. Dev sir generally handles this entire session, and Tuesday, Thursday. And nowadays he is coming up with Sunday for those who are not able to attend on Tuesday and Thursday, but generally recommended Tuesday and Thursday. Having said so, I am sure that you are clear with your all doubts with me.
Gaurav, how long does this RR session time frame wise, how long does it last if I sign up for the 2 o'clock one?
Okay, so it may goes up to 90 minutes minimum. So considering on your availability, you can just raise your hand and you can show up over there. Why RRP session is there? Because every time you present there, even though you may found it repetitive, I would say continue to attend all the repeated session as well, because there you will show up and your visibility will increase the ability to market you. So visibility is to marketability, and chances of placeability of you going always high. So
Yes.
that's the reason you need to show up in the RRT
To,
session.
I'm sorry, I just wanted to get it cleared. If I'm attending a Tuesday session, I have to attend a Thursday session again just to be present, as you mentioned.
I would say yes, because that will showcase you are in need of the job. First, you have to be catered with the job in the queue. So this is what it's a kind of a, I have observed your presence is the kind of means if you are out of sight, out of mind from your HRs, the more you are visible, HR has this pressure in mind that, okay, my candidate has to be placed. She's coming again and again. She is in need. Otherwise, they will go in the flow. Whenever something comes, they will place to you and they will ask, are you interested in it? So can we place your resume? Now your resume is optimized. So when you will say, okay, go ahead, and they will go ahead. So it will happen in the flow. I don't want you to be the part of that flow, but in fact, lead that need. Okay, that's the reason I recommend attend all the RRP session. And in fact, by attending first RRP session, you will be able to understand this in detail, that how it works. Okay. Is it clear? Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. Awesome. So having said so, let me quickly, because I was talking to Krupali. Krupali, one word, what do you feel like saying about today's session, please? Krupali, you can unmute again and you can speak up.
Sorry. Yes.
Yes.
Today's session was first session for me. It was very informative. And informed very simply by Prerna and you both. So I like the approach for especially somebody like me who has a different background, and it was very informative. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Krupali. Please call out someone's name on the screen, you see.
Okay. So I go into the participants and just call out a name?
Yeah, one name, just call out.
I'll say...
Choose any.
Srivastava? Ashi?
Okay, Ashi. So Ashi, yes, you can unmute yourself and tell me what do you feel like saying about today's session. Yes, Ashi.
Yeah, it was actually really instructive. It was really helpful. Yeah, like Krupali said, it was a really good introduction for some, at least especially for me, since I don't come from an IT background.
Okay, thank you so much, Ashi. Ashi, please call out someone's name on the screen. I'm glad that it was helpful for you. Please call out someone's name.
Pamela.
Pamela. Yes, Pamela, what do you feel like saying?
Yeah, Gaurav, as usual, you and Prerna today's session was very informative about Agile and how you were able to connect with kids, and the bread example, the loaf of bread was very close. I mean, I could totally understand like how Agile works now. Yeah, thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Pamela. I'm glad that you are able to relate. Please call out someone's name on the screen, you see.
Yeah, okay, let me introduce myself to Sangeeta. I would just say it was a very clear explanation given by both of you, and the examples which were given also were like I was able to connect with it, and I'm so satisfied and very happy. And I would like to continue this, listen to the program. I didn't expect that, I thought that 1 hour is going to be like, a very rushed, or like how it is going to be. It was lots of things was running in my mind before the session started. But once into the session, but I never expected it. Like it took almost 1.5 hours, but I feel that 1.5 hours was so productive and very informative. And thank you for both of you for giving a wonderful and clear explanation. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sangeeta. I'm happy that you found it in this way. Please call out someone's name on the screen, you see. Sangeeta, unmute and please call out one name on the screen.
Shiva.
Okay, Ashi is done. So
Okay.
her name was called. Call out someone else.
Then Gurmeet.
Yeah, Gurmeet. So yes, Gurmeet, what do you feel like saying about today's session?
Yeah, yes, definitely. I would say that was a really good session. It was very truly said that today is my second session. So as far as the question is concerned, I would say that was good.
Okay, thank you so much, Gurmeet. You found it helpful.
Thank you, sir. I have one more question. So as you said that the RRP session will be conducted on Tuesday and Thursday, and it is on what time? In two sessions on the same day, like 2 p.m. and 7 p.m.
Yeah, you heard it right.
So my question is, so these two, if the RRP session is conducted on Tuesday for 2 times, 2 p.m., 7 p.m. So is it the same one you are repeating or a different time? Because I am able to.
No, it is same one repeating. If you can't attend 2 p.m., you can go.
Yeah.
I would like to
I
add
will be able
something
to.
here.
I will be able to.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Thank you.
Yeah, Gurmeet, just to answer your question, and this is for everyone. So guys, first of all, RRRP sessions are not recorded and they are live sessions. And in their sessions, we are privileged to have actually Dave sir. And what happens, as you might have seen his updates on maybe social media, he on weekly basis, if I have to call it, not on daily, attends multiple seminars and meetings and conferences and whatnot. Okay, he's always connected to the overall IT industry, entrepreneurs, and I will say per se. So there is a lot of inside information that he keeps gathering on real time basis, right? Like how we go to any party, attend a party, and you understand, okay, these are the latest development in maybe this area, that area. So that way, whenever he comes in, he has his bag of knowledge or information that what is in the market, how the CV has to be updated, how well you can market your profile, how well you can understand things, which industry or which company is looking for what kind of candidates. So all this information is given to you whenever he is available, and trust me, to get his time is a one big thing that we have to always strive for, to get his availability. So luckily he personally ensures that he conducts RRP sessions, he answers to your doubts. So it's like an opportunity for everyone. So we encourage you to attend all the sessions. It is okay if you have some office or other pre-planned activities or some work commitments, but it is for your own good. See, once you understand, you will know what he's trying to convey, what is the market situation, how you can be groomed further, in professional terms. So take advantage of it. And this is for everyone who has doubts of, oh, why so many sessions? Are these repetitive? So yeah, sir conducts, he gives similar information, but there is definitely new things to learn in every of the conversation or discussion we have. So yeah, that's it, Gaurav. Please continue. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Prerna. I hope Gurmeet's question is answered. Gurmeet, please call out someone's name.
Yes, sir. So basically, I just want to tell you that I have a job from 3 p.m. to late night. So that's
for
why I was
you,
asking.
Sunday is there. Devji has come up with the Sunday session. Pay attention in the group and join on Sunday.
Thank you. Thank
so
you so
Gurmeet, please call out someone's name on the screen you see.
Manish Patel.
Yep, the session is really good and informative.
Awesome, Manish. I'm glad that you found it informative. Manish, call out someone's name on the screen you see.
Maureen.
Yes, Maureen, what do you feel like saying, Maureen?
Yeah, the section was explanatory and interactive, and I like the way you are able to explain the the methodology in railway and also manufacturing industry too. So the today's session was interesting.
Okay, I'm glad that you found it interesting, Maureen. Please call out someone's name on the screen.
Santosh.
Santosh. Yes, Santosh, what do you feel like saying, ma'am?
So it was awesome for me because it was kind of revision for me, and it's more clear like what is Agile and how it we will use in the real-time project. So I'm happy.
Okay, awesome, Santosh. We are glad that you are happy. Please call out someone's name on the screen you see.
I think Prerna.
Yes, Prerna, please come up with your closing remarks, Prerna. Prerna, you might be speaking on mute, so we are waiting for your closing remarks, Prerna.
Yeah, really sorry. I was on mute. I was so
Yeah.
happy to listen to everybody's comments and reviews about today's session. So yes, absolutely a wonderful session, and I'm rather glad that we could connect to you, and now you do not have that mental blocks of some new industry or things like that. So yeah, these sessions are interactive. So be ready with your pen and pencil, be ready with your doubts, and please talk to us as often as you can. You can connect on WhatsApp, but these sessions are the best way that we expect you to come and discuss your doubts and any clarity if you need. And yeah, overall a very happy and satisfactory session. I really enjoyed. Over to you, Gaurav. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Yes, so it was complete value addition from us to you, and we understood. We were so much glad that you found it, simple, interesting, and able to connect. So we are happy about it. So in case you have any question, please come up with that. And remember, whenever you have a question, keep in mind the session is going to a bit elongate, so that so keep in this mind. With your question, we are going to add some few more minutes, and it will continue to be added for overall of you. So in case you will find that you can hold your question and want to just answer us one by one, it is, if you want it to be only for you, then ask at the end. Otherwise you can ask for everyone. We are glad in both of the ways. So thank you so much for showing up, and next session we are going to meet on Tuesday 9:30 p.m. EST. Please do not miss it, because we are coming up with actual work, what goes behind with related to Agile. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Take care and good night, everyone. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Good
Bye.
night. Thank you.
Gaurav, I have a
Thank you.
question. I want to ask.
Good night.
Yeah, Santosh.
Like everybody will leave, then I'll ask.
Okay,
Yes,
fine.
Santosh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I also have just one small question.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she.
go ahead.
So I had actually recently spoken to my HR, and I had also attended the Mala RP sessions. And Dev sir was referring to a interview question document, about a 40-page document. And when I spoke to my HR, she said that the technical questions would be shared by either you or Prerna ma'am. So could
Yeah, yeah,
I?
absolutely. We will share that. But that is after at least we teach you or you learn some concepts, right? As of now, you all are new, you're not aware of the things. So we kind of refrain from giving the questionnaire, because you might be a little taken aback by, oh, what are all this? So let us go ahead with our sessions for some time, and then simultaneously we'll share. We generally share those questions once the sessions are towards the end and people are getting ready for their interviews. But along with that, also this time we'll share a little early. That works?
Yeah, actually, so was saying we could post our resumes on LinkedIn and all
Okay,
that
great,
parallelly.
great, great, great.
So
So start attending RRP sessions, and maybe in a couple of weeks we'll share those questions. So this questions is like a question and answer format PDF. So more you know about the concepts, it will be easy for you to understand those questions. That's why I'm just holding it back maybe for a couple of weeks, but we can have a discussion on that. We can share that. No worries.
all right, thank you.
So
Thank
meanwhile, you
you.
get your profile ready. So yeah.
Absolutely. And this is for everyone. Yeah. And I can see Satish and Sangeeta. So do you have any queries, or if not,
No.
please feel free to yeah, go ahead with your night plans. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
So
Thank
yeah,
you.
thank you so much. You can drop off, guys, and Santosh can stay back. Rest of all, you can drop, because
Yeah,
Santosh has
Pamela
some.
can stay with me. Yeah.
Okay, Pamela can stay with you. Bye.
Thank you. I'm going to leave. I don't have any questions for today. Good night,
Thank you so
everyone.
much, Krupali. Bye bye. Good night. So yes, I think yeah. Go ahead, Gurmeet. You can drop off, please. Wait, Gurmeet, you can drop off. Yeah, yeah. Go ahead, Santosh.
Yeah, so Gaurav, if you remember, I shared my resume with you and Prerna and my HR too. And Prerna told me to prepare for mock interviews. So what I'm doing, I'm just watching videos on the YouTube for mock interviews, and I'm listening them, and I'm writing all the questions which I think they are important.
Santosh,
So
your
Mhm.
voice is somehow is not so clear. You just speak closer to your mic and speak a little louder, because I'm not sure about Gaurav, but I feel the drop when you talk. So in between, I'm not able
Yeah,
to
yeah.
understand.
Prerna, you're right. There is a
Okay.
drop, but I managed to,
Yeah, but
still
Okay,
connect.
okay, Gaurav, it's clear now?
Perfect.
Better, much
Perfect,
better.
perfect. Now it's
Okay,
audible.
so my question is like, you both have my resume, and
Yeah.
Prerna told me to prepare like mock interviews. So what I'm doing, I'm watching videos on YouTube for
Mhm.
mock interviews, and I'm writing the question like which I feel these are important.
Mhm.
So
Santosh,
I'm
let
doing
me hold on
writing
to that.
or sorry, Prerna?
Santosh, let me interrupt. Sorry, I'm interrupting you.
Yeah.
First of all, for mock interview, we do have, I think, I'm not sure I have shared the PDF with you or you have it,
No,
but
you
that
can share
PDF
with me.
is
Yeah.
self-sufficient, at least for the first session, one thing. Second, for mock interviews is more of you understanding concepts. So you're having your own diary. Writing is definitely an add-on, but I'm not sure what is your understanding of interview important questions, right? So what I will
Yeah,
suggest
I'm
you,
not sure. Yeah.
yeah, ping me again once after this meeting is over on WhatsApp. We'll share the interview questions and answers with you again. Go through them because that's like a very foolproof, typical interview question setup we have. And then we can have mock interviews. Because if you go on YouTube and you will search, you will have so many videos that you'll end up confusing yourself, to be very
Right,
honest.
right.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
so
what
that's why
happens
I'm
to
asking
me.
because I didn't get that PDF file. Like,
So please ping me, we'll share. Please ping me, we'll
okay.
share.
And one more thing, like my EAD, like I'm still waiting for my EAD renewal, and it should be in my hand till now, but it's getting late. So I'm hoping it will be in January or February. So before that, it will be fine to forward my resume for interview.
That you must ask in RFP session to Devji only. This thing, situation-based answer we can't give. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you
Anything
so
else,
much.
Santosh?
No, thank you so much,
Most welcome.
Gaurav and Prerna.
So apart from this, remember my input on your resume, and that was whatever keywords you have mentioned in the resume, you should be mastering them. Then only,
Okay.
and vice versa. Then only put it into the resume, and if you have put it into that, then learn those. Okay,
Okay.
because
Okay.
we are going to do this in your mock. So yes,
Okay.
and Pamela had the similar question. Was it so?
Yeah, we both are talking every day almost, so we have almost same question. That's
Awesome. Glad to know
Yeah,
that
that
you.
is the reason I was trying to question myself for this. What do you call that? Like I have written, if you see my resume, I have written about loans and mortgages. How should I search in Google? Like how should I search them up in Google? Like, can you give me a something?
Okay, so when it comes to loans and mortgages, there are various loans and mortgages, right?
Right.
Yeah. So you need to be very much specific. Say, for example, home loan. Okay. Say, for example, property loan or property against loan against property, and say for credit card loan or say personal loan. So various other loans are there. So first you need to know types of loan. So what you will search? Types of loans or types of mortgages. That is number one. Then you will search for the one particular loan life cycle. Okay, how in IT sector it is catered. Okay, so then you will search life cycle of loan. So any domain, be very much curious to know about its life cycle. Once you know the life cycle, the rest all will be open in front of you. Is it clear, Pamela, what you need
Life
to search?
cycle of a loan in business.
First types of loan, then go choose one specific loan. Say, for example, loan against business or business loan. Then you will search life cycle of business loan in IT sector. Okay,
Okay,
and
fine.
if you can search it instead of Google into the YouTube, you will find 5 minutes, 3 minutes small videos that will be explained to you in a very simple manner, and you will be able to understand. Remember to always use the 4 quadrants of learning and then get into the learning of that through the video.
Yes, sure.
Yeah,
Thank you,
so
Gaurav.
that is going to help both of you, in fact everyone.
Yeah. Thank you,
Yeah,
Gaurav and Prerna. Good night.
awesome. Okay, thank you so much. Bye bye, take care, and
Thank you.
good night. Yes.
Bye, Prerna. Bye, Gaurav.
Bye.
Bye bye. Good night. Okay, Gaurav. Take care. I'm just